So we're at the lines. We get there. And we were speaking to this person like the walk down and on the bus, and it was natural because we were speaking to them. But then I didn't have anything to say, and I still felt the pull to like, I've got to carry on the conversation. I've got to be like attached to this person. And I noticed that instead of it just going straight to action, and I was like, I want us to be attached to us. It's like I don't need to escape our internal reality and cling on to other people to feel safe and to feel. It was like, I want to be here with us. So I kind of just, we kind of just focused on, well, first I was like, moments where we weren't physically doing that much, like standing in line, were the moments where it was hardest to not dissociate. I think I did dissociate a bit there. I watched a little starling bird stealing chips from the floor. That was great. And then I watched it be brave, get closer and closer to the people. And then I kind of relaxed the feeling of the need to attach and cling to any familiarity outside of us, and re-entered like our experience. That was probably the first time all day for a few seconds I heard you inside. But then we continued speaking out loud to each other a bit, because it was like I heard him inside for a bit, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I have not been able to hear you in here or feel your presence. And it's like we kind of at that point had started to drop more into the body, I guess. I don't know about you. I have my moments. And I could like, yeah, I could hear him for a bit, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But then it got unclear again. So we were speaking out loud, and that took a minute. That's harder when you're not walking as well, because the people in line are right there watching us, able to be like, they're able to observe the whole. It's not just fleeting. It's not passing. We're stood there with them, so that was like a bit scary. And we kind of stood in silence a bit and talked out loud a bit, and it was just like, I managed to start trying to feel like what our body was at, what we needed. Realized we were collapsing from exhaustion, like leant a lot, and drank some water. Nearly threw water over the person in front of us. Yeah, that was good. I was so anxious. We were so anxious that like had a headache. It was going to turn into a migraine. Had to take headache tablets. Unscrewed the cap first, put the pill in our hand, and then threw it with the cap off, and the water splashed, and we were like, but it missed them, and I was like, okay. I really wanted to exclaim, I've just nearly thrown water on you, but I didn't, because I was like, it missed them. Had it hit them, we would absolutely have been like, fuck, I'm so sorry, this has just happened. Let me help somehow. But no, we were good. It was just a bit like, oofed. And then there was like, you had to have your bag scanned, not scanned, but like looked into. It was fine. And you had to be patted down. And I was like, ooh. And he was just like, again, there's people all around us, and most of our talking was out loud. And he was like, do you want me to take the front? And I was like, yeah, please, if this is not going to be triggering to you. And he was much far better equipped, so did deal with that, and that was really reassuring, because I had a moment where I was like, oh fuck, is this gonna be really fucking triggering? But he's brilliant, and it was fine. And then managed to grab a t-shirt. That was great. Sat and vlogged for a minute. Went straight in. It was amazing. The size of the stadium, fucking immense. And didn't say bye or say anything to this person we'd been speaking to. It was so weird. We were like so... I feel like normally we'd like sucker onto everything going past and next thing and the next thing. But it's like we were just like suckered onto ourselves. It was just like this whole feeling not like casting nets or antennae around for other sources of stability and safety, which is free to move within ourselves. And then, yeah, we just basically got onto the pitch. Got the last fucking... fucking love it. Got the last one of those bands. And then sat for a very long time and rested for a very long time. And mostly, like, didn't really speak to the people around us still. Spoke to each other out loud. Got quite a few weird looks that I unfortunately noticed and had to just, like, ride out the waves of anxiety, reassure, comfort, refocus. There was one person who was very cool, had, like, this cool red top with, like, holes in the sleeves and this whole chain things, and, like, it was a good look. And they were like, they said they were like, I love your everything, and I was like, oh, thanks, same to you, that's nice. And then mostly we just engaged with each other, and then nearing the end, like halfway through MCR maybe, they started having more conversation with us. We started speaking about ADHD, and like they were like, I think they said something like they normally just do things, they don't really think about like what it looks like or anything, and I was like, it's a good way to be. And they were like, there are some moments though where I'm like, I think about the fact that I did this thing and I'm so embarrassed. It's like, can we just move on? You know, like, can we just can that just be another person that did it and not me? And I was just like, that doesn't actually tend to help that much. They were like, was that not better? And I'm like, no, not really. So like, there are a lot of moments of being very genuine and authentic and not hiding. And then there was something else where I can't remember what, some mental health thing came up, and I was going to say, yeah, no, because there's more than one person in here. For one thing, I couldn't think of how to phrase it. I was like, we are a system? No one would know what that would mean. There's more than one person in here? It's accurate. So I like had a moment, but as I went to do it, yeah, this is the moment. I think I actually slammed a hand over your mouth inside. Yeah, I felt it. I felt it. I didn't. It was a bit brutal as well. I didn't mean to do that in any sense. It's just I thought about the fact that they'd know I was there and they might ask questions and they might want to know more about us, and it just made me go, fuck no. It's never happened before. I didn't like it. Made me feel like a goddamn coward. I'm gonna make a point of not doing it again. I'm fine being visible. I'm fine existing in our own little world. I don't give a fuck about what we look like. And then it comes to telling people. And somehow, that makes my blood run cold. Because it's different, I think. Being visible and engaging with each other, that's like fuck the world. And I love being able to engage with each other like that. But it's not giving people an opportunity to come in, to see our world. Telling them it's more open to them, you know? It is scarier. It is more vulnerable and more open. Like, one's just being authentically us and, you know, fuck anyone that says differently. And one is saying to someone, this is who we are, and giving them a chance to respond. And that's definitely more terrifying, yeah. It was for me too. I didn't mind that you slammed the hand over my mouth. I would like to care less. I didn't know it was possible to want to give less fucks than I already do, but apparently I've just been dissociated from the fucks I do give. I'd like to actually give less fucks. You threw yourself into everything the same as you always would, though, even with it feeling so different to you.
I did not want to form a habit of backing down because of how I felt. I didn't want it to change how I act, yeah. Which is why that one moment pisses me off so much, because it did there. Didn't there anywhere else. That one might take some work.
That's okay, it can take work. It's a lot, and we did a lot already.
You're right. I've always been alright with being like, this is who I am, die mad about it, get fucked. I don't give people opportunity to respond. I don't think about or care about their response. Saying to someone, this is who we are, and giving them opportunity to respond, thinking, hearing about what they think about that, it's never something I've done. It's very different.
Yeah.
I don't like anxiety, from my limited experience with it. It's fucking bollocks. It can seriously go and do one.
It really can, and it is, yes. Oh, absolutely. Fuck. You seem to throw yourself in with even more enthusiasm if that's you experiencing anxiety, like, in a lot of ways. With the exception of that, everywhere else.
I feel like that is the only option, otherwise it's gonna fucking shackle me.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I love that you do that. And if it helps, it teaches me to do that too. So, we'll get used to it.
Like, damn straight, it's the other fucking option. Doing less shit, caring what people think, I think the fuck not.
I agree. And then the concept. And I think, you know what, denial I'm going to do this in another one.